Hello. One of the best kinds of questions I get are ones that really make me think through whether I actually know what I'm doing. Um, so I got a really good question here from Bob John, and he had two problems really. One was that his teacher was telling him not to do the extract question, and the second part was that if he did do the extract question, his teacher was telling him that he had to spend a third of his answer not actually on the extract but on the wider context, in this case of an inspector calls of the text. Um, so I went away and thought, well, how do I know the right answer to give? And one of the best ways to do that is to visit the website for your exam board. So my exam board is, in this instance, OCR. And when you click on any exam board, you'll find that they offer you the examiner's reports. These are incredibly useful. So are the mark schemes, obviously the past papers. The mark schemes tell you what the examiners are looking for, but the examiner's reports tell you how students actually did. So if I want to find out whether it's better to do one question or the other, well, maybe the examiner's report will tell me. So that's what I've done. I've headed off to the examiner's report, and this is the inspector calls question. And all this stuff that I haven't highlighted is all about the passage and the sorts of things that candidates wrote. Now, this little bit that's highlighted is telling us what the better candidates wrote, those at A and A star. These better answers saw candidates successfully reference the extract in the wider context of the play. And so that word successfully shows that they don't want you to compartmentalize what you say about the play as a whole. Every time you talk about capitalism or socialism or Christianity or social responsibility, all those things, they have to be linked directly to particular words in the extract. They're expecting people to mention the social classes, but attitudes to women might be something that candidates at the better end do. And then there's the crucial warning, without ever losing touch with the details of the extract or losing sight of the drama. So you still have to think of it as a play, what it will look like to an audience watching it, not reading it. So bear that in mind. But having looked at that, it's quite conclusive that you don't have to give a third of your answer over to wider discussion. It might be that when you discuss the wider implications about the words in this extract, that perhaps you will end up with quite a lot of your essay about other things in the play, but there isn't a percentage for it. And an easy way to judge that is if I look at the whole answer, that's what the examiners are concerned with, and there are only 4 lines that were about that higher level. So you can see it's not a major concern that you have to put in huge chunks about the play as a whole. Okay, well that's answered Bob's first question. The second one is, should he do the extract question? Well, let's have a look. This question, this is the whole text question, not the extract, was attempted by a much smaller though nonetheless significant number of candidates, and was probably done equally well as the extract based option. And that to me is examiner speak for saying, ooh, actually it wasn't done quite as well, but we don't want to accuse ourselves of setting a question that was too difficult, and so we'll fudge it a bit. It was probably done as well. And that's a clear steer to me that actually that is not the best question option. Certainly it's not good enough to say definitely do this question and avoid the extract. So my clear advice is do the extract question if you can, because that's easier for you to find quotations, and under time pressure you'll be able to write more quickly. On the other hand, if you look at the question 2 and it just plays to your interest in the play, and you think, yeah, I could really answer that question better, then do it. But there isn't a choice of question 2 as a way to get higher marks. You just won't get higher marks just because you've chosen question 2. That isn't an exam tactic. So I hope you found that helpful. If you don't do this exam board or this text, you know where to go. The mark schemes, the examiner's reports, and then you'll get the answer that you need. Good luck with your revision. If you'd like more, don't forget to subscribe.